You ever feel like words are meaningless? That the most basic definition can be twisted by authority to mean anything, making it all seem absurd? Well, these lovely bees are now fish. This is Exasperated Nerd Explains. So, bees are dying off. This has been happening for a while and everyone is all concerned about it. But have you stopped to think about those with bee allergies? They may be pleased by this prospect. But California has decided to rain on their parade. You see, California is very concerned about the bees and want to protect them. Fair enough, I have no problem with that. They want bees, varieties of bumblebees specifically, protected under the California Endangered Species Act, which covers, and I quote, a native subspecies of a bird, mammal, fish, amphibian, reptile, or plant, end quote. Now, the eagle-eyed among you may have noticed that insects were not listed amongst those protected groups. So, was the reasonable response to protect them? Especially since this was already amended back in 2015, including the portion I just quoted? If you said have the state legislature pass an amendment to the law adding insects as a protectable class, you would be acting as a logical and sane individual. Those traits feel lacking from the 3rd District of California's Appellate Court, who, at the behest of the state's Department of Fish and Wildlife, have ruled that a bee is in fact a fish, at least legally speaking. Now, if you find this absurd, you would be more sane than Judges Robbie, Hawk, and Blees serving on the court, which said, although the term fish is colloquially and commonly understood to refer to aquatic species, the term of art employed by the legislature in the definition of fish in Section 45 is not so limited. That is because within fish they already count other invertebrates such as mollusks, and if you look at the animal kingdom chart, it's just one spot over from insects, so it's close enough, I guess. And part of the reasoning for accepting it is because they already added the Trinity bristle snail to the list, which is also distinctly not a fish. And because of one incorrect judgment, it is now precedent that any invertebrate can be classified as a fish under the law. So by referring to their first incorrect ruling, they can justify a second incorrect ruling. Adding these bees to the list was first petitioned back in 2018, so they had ample time to just add insects or invertebrates to the Endangered Species Act, but no, this was just going through the court system instead. This overturned a ruling from the Sacramento County Supreme Court that ruled that the invertebrates protected should be aquatic, which had ruled in favor of the Almond Alliance of California, clearly a group of true patriots. After all, the court said, of course, we all know that biologically bees are not fish. But when the legislature created the term fish to include invertebrates, they essentially were saying that our definition of fish applies. To me, this makes it even worse because they know that they are talking nonsense. They just made a decision based on the outcome they desired. If a legislature can pass a law talking about fish, and then the courts can turn around and say, well, that definition of fish includes anything we want, then all laws are meaningless. Do you need a fish license in California if you're catching insects as a child? After all, they are fishing in a sense. Legally speaking, is that appropriate? What other absurd things do you want to completely redefine while you are at it? Anyways, what do you think about this decision? Are you on board with bees being fish? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching. Bye.